Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tunacheki. I'm Mike Mushi, and today we have a special live stream for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate your support. Thank you to our Patreons. Thank you to our YouTube members. And please, as the live stream carries on, please ask us questions. Let us know what you think, and we'll read out your questions as we talk. So today, as we said, we have a special live stream. We will be talking about writing our own African stories and how Tunacheki partnered with Kunda Kids. And came up with this amazing children's book. Okay, so we have the author of the book, Linda Omare, here, and we have the co-owners of Kunda Kids, Dele, and he'll tell us a bit about Kunda Kids. He'll tell us how, like why he thinks it's important for Africans to start writing their own stories and why they chose children's book, and what are the future plans with Tunacheki. Okay, so if you guys don't know what you're talking about, Tunacheki and Kunda Kids, together we partnered and we launched a book called Maua and the Garden of Plenty. So let me play the trailer. So I just remind you guys what we're talking about if you guys are new.
In a world faced with unforeseen turmoil, a disaster so big even Azania's great chief is left helpless, comes one girl, one very tiny girl, one very, very small but powerful girl who is ready to rise to the challenge. Meet Maua, a sibling of many in a very big and busy home. Though often overlooked, this doesn't stop her from having great ideas, one of which just might save her village experiencing extreme food scarcity. Join Maua on a journey of a lifetime to save her people and teach them the valuable lesson about self-confidence, hard work and gratitude in this brilliant book, Maua and the Garden of Plenty, written by Tunacheki and published by Kunda Kids.
So that's it. The book is now available for pre-order at kundakids.com. Please go check it out. Let me just give you more information on where you can get the book. So just give me one minute. Yeah. So that's where you can get the book. Please make sure as the stream goes on, you just open the tab, check out Kunda Kids, pre-order the book if you can, and when you're ready, you can also go there and purchase the book. So without further ado, I'll introduce Dele from Kunda Kids, and he'll just tell you a bit about Kunda Kids. We'll have a conversation. Then later on, we'll invite Linda, who's the author of the book, and yeah, we'll continue the conversation from there. So let me bring in Dele. Hi, Dele.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Michael.
Hi, nice of you to join us. Our Tunacheki fans, I'm sure, are so happy to have you on because most of our viewership are always for supporting Black-owned businesses. We always push Black-owned businesses, and this is a great opportunity for other Africans and other people of color in the diaspora to get motivated to also start their own businesses and also like start creating their own content.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Hello, everybody in the Tunacheki family. I'm part of the family, so, it's good to connect with everyone. Super excited. Hope you're in for a swell time today. We're going to be telling you a lot about what we're doing at Kunda Kids and the new book, Maua and the Garden of Plenty. Really exciting story. And we can't wait to tell you all about what we're doing at Kunda Kids and why we decided to partner with Tunacheki to publish Maua and the Garden of Plenty. We're also going to let you in on a little secret, other things that are coming, and exciting, freebies await.
Great. So as we start, just tell us why Kunda Kids? What does Kunda Kid means, and how did it come about?
Thank you very much. So I'll tell you, I live in London with my wife. I'm Nigerian. My wife is Ugandan. We both live in London, and we went to Uganda in February 2020. And right after we got back, in Uganda, we got inspired. We knew we wanted to get into the children's space and create something for African kids. Now, it was when the pandemic started, and every one of us, we're all stuck at home. We have a boy. Coincidentally, tomorrow is his third year birthday.
Wow.
You know, then he had just turned 1 year old, and we were like, we're growing up in London, but we want him to grow up learning African stories. We want him to be connected to his African roots. So we started looking for books around, and then we all got to understand that there's a big problem when it comes to African stories. Not enough African children's books are out there. So we said, you know what, let's solve this problem, not just by writing our own books, but let's solve this problem for other people by writing books and publishing these books, amazing stories. Now, one of the first project we decided to do at Kunda Kids was to delve into history. And we started writing books that introduce kids to African history. Because when you think about it, you look at African history, everybody, what is taught in school is African history starts with slavery. But before slavery, what of all the greatness on the continent? All the great kings and queens, all the great achievements in science, in medicine that we've done all over Africa in history. And unfortunately, all of that is not taught. And we decided to write our children's book series called Africa's Little Kings and Queens to start introducing children to uh, iconic figures from African history. One of which is the great Mansa Musa from Mali. And we wrote this book, Mansa Musa Builds a School, which is a fantastic story, and many more. So that was the inspiration why we started Kunda Kids. And since then, we've since evolved, and there's so much more that we're going to be bringing your way. Basically, our mission at Kunda Kids is to ensure that all Black kids growing up have enough access to African content, right? So that it's not like, and we don't need to depend on anyone else to come and tell our stories for us. We tell our stories ourselves. And that's what we're doing at Kunda Kids.
That's great. So you guys have written so many books. Let me show people just some of the books and content that you have. Okay, so that's just a bit of what Kunda Kids have to offer, the roster. Go to kundakids.com, check out the roster. Like while you're there, of course, pre-order Mawa and the Garden of Plenty. So, and talking about Mawa and the Garden of Plenty, we'll now bring in the author, Lindo Mare. She's our co-founder of Tunacheki, and she's responsible for most of the videos you watch here, right? So she's the one who handles the scripts. She's the one who handles the news. So most of the content that you get from Tunacheki, she's the one who's responsible. So let's bring in Linda to say hi to you guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Thank
Linda.
you for having me.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Dele.
Hi, good to
for
see
having
you.
It's good to see you too. This is very awkward because Michael is interviewing me today. But I'm happy to say hello to all our Tunacheki fans. We really appreciate you all. I may always be in the background, but just know we really appreciate you. We appreciate the support from everybody. So thank you.
That's great. So maybe Dele and Linda, you can tell us about Noah, the Garden of Plenty. Like, how did it all start? How did we get here?
Okay, so for me, I'd say it was very easy working with Dele and Louisa. I think when they sent us an email, I told you, Michael, please grab onto that opportunity because we went to their website. If you haven't checked out their website, you should. It also has a background of their story that he's told us. And we just saw another African couple who were doing what I've always wanted to do. So that was inspiration enough. And coming up with the book Maua and the Garden of Plenty, without giving a lot, she's a very tiny girl. And for those who will meet me one day, I'm a very tiny girl. Yeah, so I wanted to write about something that is familiar to me, but also to reach out to other children who have something that's different about them and let them know that being different isn't being bad or something like that. It's what makes you special. If you get to see Maua, she has big, beautiful hair. She has a very beautiful skin complexion. Yeah, you can see her there. I love her curls. Like the person Chike who animated it, he got the job really well done. So for all the little boys and girls out now, I know many of us we grew up with a bit of kink in our hair, and if you had parents like mine, you're told to always straighten it. But we want things like that to change. We want children to accept their hair, we want them to change, to accept their skin tone, their body sizes, and all of that. So that is what is some of the things that you learn from Maua and the Garden of Plenty.
Great. So, to any maybe aspiring author like Dele, like what's the process of reaching till you're or announcing your book to pre-order? How does the process start?
Yeah, so getting a book out there is not easy. It's not as difficult as you might think, but it's not easy because it takes a lot of work. Now, one thing that we came across when we started doing our research at Kunda Kids, and also when we released our books, there are people that have said things like, "Oh, black people don't do excellent books," and I'm like, "Stop it! Don't say that." Our books are amazing because we take a lot of time to put in the research to write very good quality stories. So it all starts with a story. When you have a very good story, everything else becomes very, very easy from there. So from a good story, it's about now finding a very good illustrator. Now, trust me, that can be the pretty difficult parts in everything. And yeah, but we're very lucky at Kunda Kids because we have some really fantastic illustrators. The illustrator of this book, his name is Chike Obasi. Really, really, really amazing talent, fantastic illustrator, and really excited about what he's able to bring to life, how he's brought Mawa to life. And then there are other hurdles to cross, after illustrating the book, putting everything together. Printing books is also very expensive, and it's about finding the right place, right quality, and all of that. So there's a whole process, but and that's why there's a problem with diversity when it comes to children's literature, because for self-published authors, it's really difficult for them to say, "I want to put out a very good book." You'd invest a lot of money that you might not make back. So a lot of people compromise, and that's why we might have a problem and not have enough good books out there. But good news, Kunda Kids is here to solve that problem, and we're here to publish. And there's a lot more that is going to be coming from Kunda Kids and Tunacheki.
Mm,
And maybe Linda is going to talk about that
yeah.
at some point.
So, Linda, now that you're a published author, right? Like it's now official. Like, tell us, like what inspires you now? Why did you decide now to, hey, I want to do this? I've read many books, and I want to do this.
Yeah. So for me, actually, one of my fondest memories growing up was always You know, when it's bedtime and you're told to go sleep, but you sneak in a book, and then when your mom goes off, you put on the lights or you have a torch under the bed. That was me. I was that awkward girl who had a storybook, but unfortunately there were no African books. I grew up reading the Nancy Drews and the Hard Boys, and the Cinderellas, which made me believe one day there'll be a white man riding a horse coming to save me from all my misery. And lo and behold, it was just my Kimushi from Tunacheki. And I could have not known that he's my Prince Charming because he was not what I read in the storybooks. So for me, that had to change. And I started looking for African authors. So someone like Chinua Achebe, wow, like most of her books, they're very, and one thing also, like Dele was saying, with such books like Mansa Musa, who was the wealthiest man on earth, you'd never ever think an African was the wealthiest man. Not even, I don't think my greatest inspirations is Chinua Achebe and then Lupita. She went and just did everything. She became one of the best actresses. Then she wrote a book, Sulwe, which is a big hit. If you haven't read it, please go support her. Then she has this amazing cartoon. If you have you seen it, Dele?
Super Sema. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love Super Sema.
Even me at this big age of mine, we actually watch the cartoon. So Lupita is also one of my great inspirations.
Wow. Like I also watch Super Sema, and and it's quite entertaining, especially the goat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, Linda, is Maua and the Garden of Plenty your only book with Kunda Kids, or are there more in store?
So great news. Kunda Kids have been so amazing and graceful. So we have partnered with them to have 6 books. So Maua and the Garden of Plenty is the first. So much more is yet to come. Many African stories with characters that look like your little ones. So stay tuned. A lot is coming your way.
Wow, so that's great. And now, when it comes to telling our own stories, so as I said, we are starting with the children's book. So, Dele, maybe you can tell us any other future plans for Kunda Kids that you guys are planning on. Like maybe like are you guys just doing books, or do you have something planned?
Yes, yes. There's a lot that we're doing at Kunda Kids. So first I'll talk about the books. Now, um we decided to start with books, you know, because I'll start with my own personal experience. Unfortunately, I'm not as lucky as Linda. I didn't grow up reading books. I was that kid that when it's my birthday, they give me a football or maybe a water gun or something, and I'll be so happy, like give me, or they'll give me a game or something. But it was in my late teen years, and growing up, I was like kind of like one of the most unserious people you'd ever meet. But I always knew I was very brilliant. But growing up, it was in my late teen years I started reading books, and my life transformed. It was literally a transformation. I became a totally different person. I started thinking in a different way. I was exposed to the world in a way that I didn't imagine before. For me, it was just about play, enjoy your life. But I started thinking, I started reflecting, and it's really helped me a lot. And that's why books are very, very special to us Akunda kids, because we want to make sure the next generation of kids grow up seeing themselves in books, not just seeing themselves in books, they grow up reading African stories. Now, talking about things that we have in the pipeline, we will be telling these stories in our own languages too. We'll be telling these stories in Swahili, in Yoruba, in Lingala, in Wolof, Shona, in Debele, all our African languages. We are going to be doing that. Number one. Then two, apart from telling stories and books and all of that, we know it will be impossible for us to say we want to keep publishing hardcover books to solve the problem of lack of diversity. and therefore we're going to be releasing a mobile app very, very soon. Um, and the essence of that app is so that there'll be a lot of exciting bedtime stories at your fingertips. We want to build an app where you could read an African story to your child every single day of the year. And, bedtime becomes an opportunity where you get to teach your kids more about Africa. In addition to that, we're also promoting the learning of African languages. So you see us put out some content very soon in terms of, just learn basic words in Yoruba, learn basic words in Tree, learn basic words in Swahili, and all of that. Because there's a big generation of kids growing up today. Um, that are not learning African languages. But what we want to do is, if you speak Yoruba well as a child, we want you to be the cool child. And with Kunda Kids, we're going to be celebrating such kids going forward. And last but not the least, we're going to be playing in the animation space too. So watch the space. So there's a lot going on at Kunda Kids. We're building an ecosystem for African kids, where African kids will be proud of who they are. They will grow up building a really strong sense of identity wherever they are all over the globe. And that's what we're building at Kunda Kids.
There's some few questions that people have been asking. So the first one is Larry is asking how much the books. So how much is Mawa and the Garden of Plenty?
Yes. So the books right now, they're seven. If you're in the UK, it's £7.99. If you're in the US, it's $10.99 to pre-order the book. But good thing is, for the sake of today alone, we've created a special promo. So if you use the code MAUA MAUA 15, you get 15% off. So I'll take advantage of that if I were you to get the order in right now. We're going to start shipping the pre-orders in 2 weeks from today. We're going to start shipping them out. So if you go on the website www.kundakids.com and enter the code MAWA15 and you get 15% off. And I think that's going to apply to every single thing on the Kunda Kids website, not only Mawa and the Garden of Plenty. Considering the book bundles are already discounted at almost 30 to 40% off. So it's a good time to just go and make a big purchase on the website today. And yes, Mawa and the Garden of Plenty is one of the most beautiful books that I've ever seen. The most beautiful we've done so far. It's a book that needs to be on every child's library, in every child's library, wherever you may be. Mawa Garden of Plenty. So yeah, that's it. Get your copy today.
Don't worry, we'll put the information in our community section, what Dele said, how you can get the discounts. So don't worry if you miss that. So another question from Albuklekam Africa, Mashiriki. So he's asking, is Kunda in Yoruba or Igbo language of Nigeria or West Africa?
So Kunda is a word from Uganda. Kunda means love. Kunda means love, yeah. And what we're doing at Kunda Kate is all because of the love that we have for Africa and the love that we have for our kids. There are a lot of people that have said things like, if you make your stories global, you sell more. There are people that have said things like, oh yeah, Africans don't buy books, so you should make your stories global. But we're like, it defeats the purpose because we want to create an industry that is African children's books. And to be able to build that industry, we need to start buying books. Gone are the days when they'll say, if you want to write something from a black man, that put it in a book. We need to be the generation of a change. And one thing that I tell everybody, it's my son's birthday tomorrow. I've bought books for him to give to him. Um, but a lot of times when it's people's birthdays, we all buy toys. We buy toys, we buy games, but we don't buy books. And we're missing opportunities to change someone's life because a child will play with the toy, they will enjoy it. But when they read a book, they'll remember that book for the rest of their life. That book can actually change their life, change the kind of person that they are. And lastly, before I hand over to Linda, there was an experience that I had in Nigeria last year. I was in an Uber and I asked the Uber driver, when last did you buy a book for your child? And he was like, uh, never. It's only school books he'll buy. And I'm like, you need to start buying books for your children because this is what gives your child a competitive advantage. When they start reading early, when they start learning about themselves, learning about Africa, learning about the world from a very young age through books, then we know we're changing the next generation. So that's been it so far, and really really excited about that.
So there's some people who are like they love Maua's hair. So Linda,
Mhm.
why is Maua's hair so huge, right? Why can't it be all straight like we're used to?
Yeah, so I think Maua joined the bandwagon of the hashtag no more to Western influence, no more. She doesn't watch the media, the Western media and the Western cartoons. Maua is woke. She loves her hair, especially in this month of the Black History Month for all those who are in the diaspora. Let's love our kinky curls, our natural hair, the same way Maua does. And let's take pictures of our kids and celebrate them with their natural hair. I think that would be a great bonding experience. Like with your son's hair, or for those who have daughters, just giving them the natural hair, learning the different ways to take care of our hair and celebrate it. So Mawa's hair has never touched a hair straightener, and I don't think it will.
That's good.
Yes, it wouldn't. Chike wouldn't allow it.
I can remind maybe I'll be in the next book, right? Linda is
Yeah.
kind. So people are interested in where they can get the books. So maybe Adele, you can clarify something. So does Kunda Kids ship to Qatar?
We ship anywhere in the world. So if the option to ship to your country isn't on the website, just drop us an email, sales@kundakids.com, and we'll respond to you directly to tell you how we can get the books to you. We've shipped to UAE, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, China. We've shipped books everywhere, all over the world. So we definitely can ship to Qatar. We ship to Canada. We sell in Canada. We have partners in Canada that are helping us. We shipped a bunch of over 100 books to a school library in Canada just 2 days ago, because they said they would really wanted to diversify their library. And one of the interesting things is they also were like, they don't want it to only be Black History Month, that they will read books by Black authors. So they bought a lot of books to put in their school library, and that's the kind of impact that we want to start having at Kunda Kids. Um, our books are everywhere. Just go to www.kundakids.com and you can get the book. Mawa and the Garden of Plenty is fantastic. It's a really, really, really fantastic story. I can try to show you one or two snippets from inside
We're getting a sneak peek, right?
Garden of
Wow.
Plenty.
Wow.
It's a beautiful garden. It's I wouldn't show too much.
No,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, I
You'll
wouldn't
get
show.
a copyright strike.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful book, and we're really happy. This is talking about Black excellence, right? we can do really, really amazing things, when we put ourselves to it. And yeah, it's and that's is we're expecting a lot of support from everyone in the community. Let's all come together and let's get this let's get the books out there. If you're a parent, get for your kids. If you're an uncle or auntie, get for your nieces and nephews. Now, we're not buying only toys and all of that. We buy books for our kids all the time.
So there are a couple of people who are they're asking, will the book be available on Amazon?
Yes, the book will be available on Amazon. It's not yet on Amazon, but it will be on Amazon. But we encourage you to buy it from the Kunda Kids website. But it will be available on Amazon in a couple of weeks by the time we launch the book officially.
And information, the link, the promo link, and the way you can get the book, please check the description under this video. Everything will be there, right? So don't worry if you miss something while we are talking or the chats are going too fast. Like everything will be in the description after this video, so you can just slowly check out the links, check out kundakids.com, make your pre-order, check out the other books, yeah, and we can start from there. So thank you, Dele, and thank you, Linda, for joining me. Today has been a great day, a great announcement, amazing promo code, right? And also our members will get a promo code, and our Patreon members also will get the same promo code. So thank you guys for joining, and we can tell Dele and Linda goodbye as we carry on with closing up the conversation. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. Have a lovely evening wherever you're on the planet.
So thank you guys for joining us. It's been great. Thank you for the support. And as I said, all the information will be in the descriptions below. Please make sure to check it out. Please make sure to visit kundakids.com. Please make sure to pre-order our book. We would really appreciate you guys. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching us, supporting what we do. We only do this just for you guys, right? So thank you so much. So this has been Mikey Mushi, and as always, remember, Africa is watching. Bye-bye, everybody.